Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeCharis, CPA extraordinaire, coming to you live from downtown Bethpage, Long Island, New York, for another amazing episode of How to Win at Business. And if you're watching live, please give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay because it makes me feel good. And if you want to learn about how to get your tax refund now, we are putting together another free workshop on December 14th. And the title of it is Get Your Tax Refund Now. You know, if the IRS is holding your money, you're giving them an interest-free loan. Not only that, you're actually going backwards because the way the economy is now, where we have high inflation. So if they have your money, not only do you not have access to it and control over it, but by the time you get it, it's going to be worth less than what it's worth now. So don't you want to put the money in your pocket and do whatever you want to do with it, like maybe save for your retirement? Maybe you're entitled to a tax credit and you're paying estimated taxes and you don't know it, a child care credit. Maybe you can get the American with Disabilities Act credit just by simply putting a widget on your website. These are some of the things that we're going to be talking about. It's time that entrepreneurs took control back of their finances, starting with their Social Security tax. And and that's what we're going to be talking about for a long, long time because it's a big issue. Social Security taxes are one of the biggest expenses for a new business owner to take on. A lot of times they don't even know it. They don't know that they have choices. They're giving out misinformation. They're overcomplicating some things and oversimplifying other things. And that's all I'm going to say on that topic because today, what I want to get into again is the fact that they're hiring 87,000 IRS agents has to get your attention. Okay. And there are millions and millions of people out there that haven't filed returns or pay taxes because they simply can't afford it. They just can't afford it. So what are you going to do? What are your alternatives now? Well, the first thing is to not put it off anymore because it's only going to get worse. I guarantee you, the next couple of years, uh, it's going to be Armageddon as far as people going down for the count when it comes to getting harassed by an over aggressive IRS agency. Now, I'm not saying it's not the individuals, the auditors, the collection agents. In my experience, have all been very professional. It's been easy to work with them, but the political climate, the idea that we had to hire 87,000 police officers because what they're saying is that we just don't follow rules, that Americans just don't want to pay their taxes. And the people that they're talking about really are the people that can least afford it, the smallest of small business owners. They're not going to get any more money from the wealthy. They're already sucking them dry. They're already all over them like white is on rice. You can't get any blood from a stone. And the fact is that wealthy people have lawyers and accountants to help protect them. So, you could try, maybe they'll find some sophisticated offshore cryptocurrency scams, money laundering, good luck, but they've always been looking for that stuff. They've always been looking for that stuff. So, what are 87,000 new IRS employees going to be doing? Well, that's the subject of tomorrow's episode. But what we want to talk about today is what can you do today if you owe money and you just simply can't pay it. So the first thing suggestion is to not put it off anymore. You can't stick your head in the sand If you haven't filed, you need to start getting all of your stuff together and be able to file, because you can't you got to come up with a number. The IRS and you have to know what number are you looking at. Are you looking at 5,000 or 500,000? No matter what the amount is, if you put it off, it's only going to get worse. Again, that's why they're hiring 87,000 IRS agents. Now, I would anticipate that it's only going to take maybe 12 months for this to start filtering down to where it's actually affecting people. 1 to 2 years. In 2 years, it's going to be in full swing. Notices are going to be going out. They're going to be on the trail. They are going to be on the trail. So what you want to do is you want to get on the trail now. You want to get up there where you're already negotiating with them. So the first thing is to get your returns filed. Don't do them yourself if you can avoid it. You don't want to get audited on top of, having to pay them. So we want to file. You want to file maybe one return at a time. If you file multiple returns all at once, that's an audit trigger. That's what I believe. That's what's always been sort of like the unspoken rule. If you owe 5 years of returns, you don't want to push them all on the same day. Spread them out over a couple of months, but get those things filed. Then what you want to do is you want to contact the IRS. Preferably, you want to get a professional to contact the IRS on your behalf. Uh, what do they say? Only a fool has himself as an attorney. Or whatever the case is, but you don't want to have to defend yourself, no matter what it costs. That's easy for me to say because I'm not paying the bill. But what you want to do is you want to get the process started. One of the reasons is because there's a statute of limitations on how long they have to get your case underway. They can't just get it and sit on it forever. Once you start the process, they have to go through the now. Granted, what's been happening since COVID is, I've gotten letters saying, listen, the stuff you sent us 9 months ago, we still need like 3 more months to get back to you. Hey, Alfredo, how are you? Yeah, always here to help. All you got to do is go to Time with Joe. Thanks for showing up. Here's the link, and I didn't mention it, but if anybody has any issues, would like to talk to me about what's going on now, what's going to happen in the future. I sort of have a crystal ball because I've been doing this for so long. I sort of have a sixth sense for what's going on the administrative side with the IRS, with Congress, with the proposed laws. And when I first came into accounting in the early 80s, that actually was the mid 80s, the IRS was vicious. They were going after people. I didn't even know. I had no experience, but they were going after people. And then they had congressional hearings where they put, grandmothers on the stands, clergy that were getting harassed by the IRS. And all of a sudden, they became the kinder, gentler IRS. We're going back in time now, folks, and they're not going to be kinder, and they're not going to be generous. They are going to have massive powers to collect money, to get into your information. And believe you me, right now, that this is the time you want to get everything in as quickly and efficiently as possible. Now, again, a lot of people are going to qualify for these offer and compromises. That's where you pay pennies on the dollar. You want to get those offer and compromises in now, not later. Okay, you want to get everything in now. Procrastination is not a good uh, 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 objective here. Procrastination is uh, committing slow suicide. So they're not going anywhere, folks. That's the bottom line. They're not going anywhere. They have more tools and resources now to find people, to tap into uh, income sources, 1099s, bank accounts. Uh, I've been seeing stuff over the last couple of years, wage garnishments from credit card debts. That never happened before. They were worried about child support. So the IRS is not going anywhere, folks. And if you think that you're going to be able to hide from them, it's just not happening anymore. It's just not happening. So if you have a business, you're going to need to get your stuff in order. You want to fly under the radar. Okay. And if you want to know how to do that, I have plenty of content on that. You can go to Bedrock University. We have our last we have all of our workshops. We put it up there for free for people to check it out. And where is that? That's in bedrockuniversity.com. If you go to bedrockuniversity.com, you will find our last workshop. One of the last one. I lose track. We have one like every month, but you'll see the workshop where we talk about how to fly under the radar. And this workshop, like I said before, get your tax refund now. I know that there's still people waiting for last year's refunds, and all I could say is call your congressman, like my aunt is doing. You got to be on top of them. Eventually, it's all going to come out in the wash, and hopefully sooner rather than later. That's my story, folks. I'm sticking with it. God bless. Good luck. Like I said, if any of these issues resonate with you, if you want to reach out to me, just go to timewithjoe.com. More than happy to give you a few minutes of my time and hopefully